genealogy shows that I'm descended from Vlad the Impaler, you see. So I do have a bit of a stake in the country.
As it were.
There's an awful lot of things that if I was to read them now, I'd say, well, good God, I wish to God I hadn't said that.
In the early years of your marriage, was it difficult to find yourself in the role in which you were, how do I put it so that I say it correctly?
It was difficult,
yes. Because I know when well, let me ask in what way specifically it was the toughest for you?
Oh, that I really don't know. There are a lot of problems and difficulties. Inevitably, it's an awkward situation to be in. There's only one other person really like me, and that's Prince Bernhard of the Netherlands, and so we occasionally discuss he's the only other member of the union, so to speak.
You tell him your problems and he tells you his?
That's right, yeah.
Do you get used to it?
Oh yes, you get used to anything, you'd be surprised.
When Bob was sick, when he was sick, him two start get sick, 81. Good. Well, I met Chris Blackwell in it was the Sheraton Hotel at the time. It wasn't changed to William, I think.
Sheraton, I remember that.
When Buffalo Locust and the Rockers people were here.
Yeah, man, remember we did it that time.
Yeah. I went to, listen. I went to the hotel to meet with Buffalo Locust to finalize a deal that I had to do the soundtrack for the Rockers movie. On appearing into the place, I heard a voice say, Bunny Wailer. When I looked, it was Chris Blackwell, with some people all dressed in white gowns, some long gowns. So I said to him, what's happening, Chris? How are you dressed like that? He said, we're having Thanksgiving. And we've come to Jamaica to celebrate the Thanksgiving. So I said, what's all this gear? He said, well, it's part of our dress, costume. So I said, well, everything is everything. Said to me, he look at me and said, Bunny, aren't you going to help your dying brother? That time Bob was only sick with him, what? Him tour. And Chris Blackwell could sing it to I in front of many people in the Sheraton Hotel, in the lobby of the Sheraton Hotel. Bunny Wailer, aren't you going to help your dying brother? You know what I said to him? I said, you, Chris Blackwell, you know what you want? You want a silver shot straight through your left eye and come to your head back. You say I wasn't impressed. I said you wouldn't be impressed. It would be a small hole through your eyes and a big one through your head back. So I just leave him there so them little rat back them should consider that. I made this message with Chris Blackwell said, the war is still on, Chris Blackwell. I'm going to help my dying brother. I couldn't help him alive, but I'm going to help him dead. Remember that bomb buckler.
The war is just begun.
See.
This is the truth. True. Power march. This is the truth. Nothing but the truth. This is the truth and nothing but the truth. So help me God. I saw Chris Blackwell in Nassau, Bahamas, drinking the blood of a pole from a rum glass. At his new studio in Compass Point. So help me God, this is the truth.
Some of the most ancient of Carpathia's medieval villages, and His Royal Highness Prince Charles, who can trace his ancestry back to Romania's dark and distant past.
The genealogy shows that I'm descended from Vlad the Impaler, you see. So I do have a bit of a stake in the country.
As it were.
Do you get used to it?
Oh yes, you get used to anything. You'd be surprised.